This is my first art talk. Congrats, everyone. It's been great so far. I'm really impressed, which gives me anxiety about my thing. And I'm just gonna get into it. So, when I was in elementary school, I was friends with a group of misfit girls, and we thought we ruled the world. Our little 10-year-old group consisted of a feisty ginger who liked arguing with boys, her bookish sarcastic cousin, a girl who was 6 feet tall and had legs longer than a lifespan, and last but not least, my best friend, who had seen too much for her age, but still laughed harder and louder than anyone I had ever met. And, of course, there was me. I dressed solely in black and professed my love for Tim Burton a little too passionately. I was also slightly overweight and at that time bullied almost on the daily for it. So I guess you could say that we were an odd bunch. Definitely outcasts. But we weren't unhappy. We lived more than everyone else around us. In our heads, we were vampires and witches with special powers, and we'd perform little rituals and make magic. On foggy days, we would dance and spin, and sometimes we would jump from high places holding umbrellas, thinking we could fly. So yes, we were picked on. Yes, we were alienated from everyone else. But nothing could have stopped us. We weren't powerless, we were alive, and we had each other. Hi, my name is Jaden, and today I'm going to talk to you a bit about the art I have been making and what the heck is going on in my head. So, it all started in grade 10, the worst year of my life, but it was also the most important. By this point in my ESA career, I was just starting to realize that socially, art school was not my kind of place. Something in me just didn't click with the student body. No matter who I hung out with or tried to befriend, most people were not my kind of thing. I was used to being different, but I wasn't used to being alone. And that's when I started to lock myself up in my head, which was at the time a very lonely place. If I couldn't connect with my peers, I had to make myself happy some other way. So I started to make art. In my first year of photography, I almost solely documented rural abandoned places near my cottage in Fort Erie. In a weird sense, I was attached to it, but I didn't know why. And then I had a realization. My fascination with lonely places wasn't about the place itself, it was about me. Because these places said exactly how I was feeling. Once full of life, thriving, and beautiful, now sort of deteriorating and empty. I myself felt vibrant, wanted, and recognized once, and I didn't anymore. Which brings me back to the beginning of my art talk. The only cure for my emptiness is relating to those who I think feel the same as I do. To form some sort of non-biological family with them, creating some sort of shield from the rest of the world. So, this is some of the stuff I've been working on. My art is a mixture of two things. Fabricating fictional scenarios of a certain kind of group that I long for in my life again, or simply documenting these groups in actuality. This one was one of the rural abandoned places by my cottage that I talked about. Something true and sometimes fake, but either way a coping method. Showing a part of the world to my contemporaries that they may not understand or know gives me a sense of well-being. My goal is to share my secrets with you, and maybe we can learn from each other. Secrets, you ask? Well, it's all in the art. Every single part of myself is there. Every single insecurity and my need for relationships is currently right in front of you. So you can probably guess I'm feeling very vulnerable. But it is also a coping method for me, so whatever works. Showing a part of myself to the world, sorry, I already said that. But in the end, making art for myself can be satisfying, but it's not nearly as satisfying as having the real thing. I hope to find my community somewhere. On another note, I'm going to speak about something new, something that we've all been working on, a new space, and it's really the reason why I'm here. There's a place off of Ossington between Queen and Dundas named Les Enfants Terribles. My family and I were inspired by this definition. A person whose work, thought, or lifestyle is so unconventional or avant-garde, it appears revolutionary or shocking, because, after all, artists are often unconventional. Tomorrow afternoon will be its opening show, which I have curated in partnership with the ESA Visual Arts Department to showcase 4 incredible grade 11 artists: Kernetta Heath, Camilla Frater, Holly McLaughlin, and Emma Walker. The showing is tomorrow from 1 to 5. In the new year, you can expect more shows from the students at our school who are creating work that reflects each and every one of them. I invite you to come along for the ride. There is a Facebook page and event page too, and ESA Visual Art will post regular events as they realize the space. Maybe we'll find a part of what we're looking for there. Thank you very much for having me today.